Calaroga Shark Media.
Hey, I'm Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. Kevin Hart fired back at Katt Williams Friday night on NBA Unplugged. Kevin riffed another fun fact about the Knicks. I don't know if you guys know this, but Katt Williams bought the Knicks, and it's rumored he took the Knicks back, returned them without a receipt. He's the first person to ever do that. He bought them for 15 days and returned them. Not sure how funny that is, and I'm sure he told it better, but okay. In a 9-minute video posted to social media, Ice Cube has responded to Katt Williams. Katt had been talking about a scene in the movie Friday After Next. The scene features Katt's character, Money Mike, cornered in a bathroom by Terry Crews' character. Cube said it's been over 20 years since the movie came out and people have different perspectives. I would never shoot a rape scene in a movie, especially Friday where you can actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. The plier joke was always in the script. We would never ever show that. That's not my style if you look at any of my movies, so that was never a discussion. Ice Cube added there was a discrepancy in how he and Williams remembered how it went down, quoting Ice Cube, "At that point in everybody's career, we'll listen to a certain extent, but we're not going to change the movie for it, for any actor, you know? We do what we feel, and if it was a rape scene, it would have been in the movie. There's no reason not to shoot it, but that's not my style." Another claim by Katt Williams was that the role of Money Mike was written for Katt. Ice Cube said the role was written, but he enhanced it, which is why Katt was so dope in the movie. Money Mike had a small role, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we started the filming, he was giving such magic that we kept expanding the role and giving him more to do because he was on point. As for compensation, if any actor is mad about what they got paid, then look at what you were doing, look at where your career was at the time and where it is now, and I believe Friday has something to do with that. I put a lot of people in movies, but they ain't never put me in a movie. You can take that for what it's worth. I gave these guys a lot of opportunities, and I still act, so I'm waiting for a call. I ain't got to produce or write anything. Ice Cube ended the video with saying he has love for all the comedians he has worked with. Tiffany Haddish hit back at Katt Williams. Katt had told Shannon Sharp, "They think they can rewrite history." Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store on Fat Tuesday where he said Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer, Kevin Hart, and Tiffany Haddish all came through there. All lies. Tiffany performed live on Thursday and told that audience, "I've been doing so much stuff. I was on That's So Raven. I was on white people TV shows, black people TV shows." She then ran off her resume as a comedian and actor. "I've been telling jokes since 1996. I'm not mad. I just wish he would get his facts right about me. Dang, I guess I'll send him a reminder text." But are we sure that's Katt Williams? He looks a lot like Charleston White. Charleston White is a 53-year-old YouTuber and comedian who I was unfamiliar with until 5 minutes ago, and the joke's not funny. LaVell Crawford weighed in and said, "I think Katt, he's just going to talk. He's one of those cats, man. He ain't afraid of nobody. He says what's on his mind, and he probably had some confrontations. You got to remember, the more the money go up in your life, the more the spite comes out of other people. And if you all on the same scene, see, the one thing about black entertainers, we think it's only one bag. We don't even understand. And that's how all these beefs come up." When Katt talked about his experiences, and some of it might be far-fetched, it might be that some of it's comedy. You know, he's a comedian. You'd be thinking everything he says is beef, and some of the stuff he's probably got beef with. He knows these people. Comedians that he named, when you chime in on stuff, just makes it more valid, you know? If it ain't true, you know, all the money you got and all the blessings you got, why are you going on Instagram saying, "Oh, that ain't true, that ain't true"? You're making yourself look guilty. TMZ caught my attention with the headline, "Trick Daddy to Katt Williams, mention me, comma, Ricky Smiley again, and face'll meet fist." The Miami rap legend hopped on Instagram to defend his friend Ricky Smiley. I watched the video. Trick Daddy's in a car. I noticed there's a beeping sound that I usually associate with someone driving a car without a seatbelt on, but I'm not sure. I don't want to share the video as I want everyone to get along, so you can check out Trick Daddy's Instagram. Charles Barkley referenced Katt Williams on Inside the NBA. He was getting into it with Shaq. They were arguing about the qualities of an NBA championship team. Shaq tried to bring Kenny Smith on to his side of the debate, and Barkley said, "Kenny ain't going to agree with your dumbass." Shaq said, "Dumbass got 4, meaning 4 NBA championships to Barkley's none. How many you got?" Barkley shot back, riding on Kobe's and Dwayne Wade's coattails. "Don't make me call Katt Williams on your ass." And then he said, "Okay, Katt, go get him." Fun, fun, fun. Other news, I will deal with the Golden Globes tomorrow. On Saturday night, Pete Davidson was scheduled to perform at Foxwoods. I'm recording this on Sunday, and as I prep the show, I don't see any indication that Pete Davidson did not perform at Foxwoods, so hopefully everything's on track with Pete. I'll let you know. A random thought that I keep forgetting to share. Hey, remember that Kevin Hart, Chris Rock special on Netflix? That kind of came and went and had no buzz, right? Other than the initial press of the day or two, I don't think that made any impact at all, other than with Katt Williams. Congratulations to Weird Al. Weird, the Al Yankovic story, won the award for Outstanding TV Movie at the 2023 Creative Arts Emmys. Weird beat out Fire Island, Prey, Dolly Parton's Mountain Magic Christmas, and Hocus Pocus 2. Weird Al is now halfway to having EGOT status. That's an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. Al said, "It only took me 40 years, and another 40 years I'll be there." Are you familiar with the film The Day the Clown Cried? Jerry Lewis stars as a clown in a concentration camp performing for children. It was never released. Well, it may screen in public for the first time. The Day the Clown Cried was shot in 1972, never released. I've seen clips here and there and a recreation. It is definitely bizarre. Several years before Jerry died in 2017, a copy was given to the Library of Congress in the United States with an agreement it could not be screened in any capacity until 2024. The film tells the story of a German circus clown who's imprisoned in a Nazi concentration camp for mocking Adolf Hitler and then is forced to lure children to their deaths as punishment. Starring Jerry Lewis as clown Helmut Dork, D-O-O-R-K. Lewis showed it to some friends and colleagues in private over the years. Harry Shearer, back in 1992, told Spy magazine that he watched the rough cut and branded it a perfect object. In 2013, footage of Jerry Lewis showed up on YouTube in which Jerry says, "It was bad. It was bad because I lost the magic. No one will ever see it because I'm embarrassed at the poor work." And in awkward segues, the Washington Post wrote about TikTok comedians. Nimish Patel's been getting a lot of press lately, and he asked his audience who's here because of TikTok, and tells the Washington Post, "The first thing I noticed was the diversity. It was an eye-opening thing that this platform, for all the evils I'm sure lurk behind the scenes, it's made comedy a lot more accessible to people who would never go to a comedy show otherwise." Wendy Curtis owns Comedy Works in Denver and is quoted as saying, "We absolutely see audiences who haven't been here before." When a comics agent inquires about booking her club, her staff will first check the comics following on social media as an indicator of whether or not they can sell out the club. Curtis likes social media clips because anywhere they send or use the clip, there's my name in the back. That's my brand and logo. They also talked about Sam Morril, who tried to get people in 2018 to watch his special on Comedy Central. Sam said it was like speaking another language because some people don't consume entertainment like that. It wasn't until Comedy Central posted a clip from a special on Instagram that he gained new followers, so he started doing the same. He posted his third special on YouTube as, quote, an act of desperation, and then clips from his club performances on Instagram. Sam says, when you're building an audience, you have to make it as easy as possible for people to find you, but warns about feeding the algorithm. If you base your comedy around the algorithm, you're doomed. You have to do what you think is good for comedy, and not think about the sharing. Mark Maron has put his house on sale. You know, the one where he records the podcasts? According to BNN, Mark's Highland Park Spanish bungalow is on the market for $749,000. That doesn't seem like a lot of money. I thought Mark would have a more expensive place. He's kind of famous. ApartmentTherapy.com tells us the comfortable mid-century decor-clad stucco home built in 1927 features a refreshingly normal by celebrity standards, if perfectly appointed, 932 square feet full of vintage character and charm. That listing gave the address, which I won't share, and had a link, but the listing was gone last time I checked. Who knows? For once, let me remember to tell you about the weekly comedy thing. That's the show I host on the Live One app. The app is free. The show is free. Let's see who's on today. You can hear stand-up comedy from Jim Gaffigan, Joe Coy, Chris Rock, Katt Williams, DJ Demers, who's fantastic, Pete Davidson, Gary Goldman, W. Kamau Bell, Dusty Slay, Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall, and Leanne Morgan. It's the weekly comedy thing on the Live One app. The show's free. The app is free. Check it out. Also, I want to promote the podcast I do called 5 Good News Stories. We're doing that one Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in 2024. 5 stories, all of them happy stories, smile stories. And on today's podcast, talking about the man who jumped into the aquarium at the Pro Bass Shop in Alabama. Did you see this clip over the weekend? Yeah, a lot of shrinkage jokes about that. But I won't make the shrinkage jokes on that show. I keep that one even cleaner than I keep this one. And also check out 5 daily trivia questions. If you want to do a quick hit of trivia Monday through Friday, check that one out as well. See you tomorrow.